Hi there. I just wanted to send a quick video to introduce and share my class website. Now, this website is specific to the math classroom, so it doesn't include any information regarding science, social studies, or literacy. This is just math specific. So when you come to the website, you have to type this link into your browser. It's mairs4thgrade.weebly.com. That is also included in the newsletter every week. So if you happen to forget it, if you open up the PDF attachment right in the middle, right below Ms. Hilliard's Instagram account information, it includes my link to the class website. So if you come to the website, the homepage is going to tell you basically just an overview of what's going on that week. If it's the beginning of a module, if the students have a test later that week, if we have a benchmark that week, what skills we're going to be beginning, ending, things like that. Also on the homepage are Module 1, Module 2, and Module 3 videos. Module 1 was beginning of school. That was place value. Module 2, we just finished last Friday. That was metric conversions. And now we're moving into Module 3, which is one of the biggest modules in fourth grade. It includes multi-digit multiplication and division. So this is a pretty intense module. I'll come back to these videos in just a second. As we move into Module 3 especially, these strategy examples under this tab might become more helpful. Some strategies you might not be as familiar with. So if your child happens to learn something that they need a small refresher on by the time they get home from school, you might log on here and see if you can find it. Things like area models, distributive properties, strategies, arrays, number bonds, number disks, things like that you might not be familiar with. I've created several videos on here, most of them no longer than a few minutes, and you can just hit play and your student can watch an example just like they learned in class. Under the homework tab are going to be links to the weekly homework, both past and present. So if your child happens to forget their homework, you can simply download the file and print it right at home, or you can remind them to pick up an extra copy in class the next day. Under the table of contents tab, this is where you're going to find all of the information regarding every lesson for every day. I try and update this on Sunday evenings. It doesn't always happen perfectly, so sometimes it happens on Monday, but generally I try and do it on Sunday evening. This is going to tell you things like if I have a planned absence, it's going to tell you about picture days and book fair and curriculum nights and dress up days. I try and include all of those extra things as well as what's going on in the actual classroom. So you can see what module we're on and what lesson we're on. And then I try and give just a brief couple of words to tell you what that lesson is going to talk about. So you can see right here in the week we're currently in, the 24th through the 28th, we're going to start with area and perimeter just to get that basic multiplication back into their minds, refresh, and then we're going to move into multiplying larger numbers, powers and multiples of 10. So gradual start, going to move into bigger numbers by Friday. You can also see the Spirit Day reminder every day. So, sorry about that. Yes. So also, if your child comes home one day and they seem very confused on their homework that night, you can simply come to the calendar and you can see what module and what lesson we're in. And then go back to the home page, find that module, and when the file opens, it'll actually pull up a link for every single lesson in that module. So you can actually pull up a lesson. They generally are no more than 10 minutes that covers the topics in that lesson. So area and perimeter, the 3 lessons, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, that's going to be these 3 lessons right here. So if your child really needs help, they're struggling with the area and perimeter strategies we're using, though they're no different than what we learned once upon a time, they can go to lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3, and get that review on area and perimeter that they need to be successful. This is also hopefully helpful for students who miss school, who get sick, if they happen to be there in the morning but not in the afternoon. Anything that happens for extra reinforcement, whether they're in class every day and they just need that extra help, hopefully these videos can help support you and your child to be more successful in their work, both in and outside of school. Other tabs are the websites used, This is a link to 10 marks and a link to SumDog, which hopefully you have heard of by now, whether used in 3rd grade or 4th grade. One is more for practice, EOG style, and one is definitely more for fun, though it does include practice. Other links on here are going to be links to files regarding the curriculum that we use for those of you who are more curious about what each module will cover. Perseverance problems will not come until the spring. And then this Kahoot section actually includes Kahoots that I've created to go with a lot of modules. So multiplication, multiples and factors, division, that's actually going to be module 3 that we're in right now. So if your child wanted a little extra practice, but in the form of a game, you can click these links and it'll take you to that game. You can even challenge each other as a family. So hopefully this website will help you or your child to keep up with what's going on in the classroom, hopefully show you how to use different strategies, reinforce things from the school to home. If there's anything that I didn't cover or you have a suggestion for something I could include that would make this even better for you, please feel free to send me an email at any time. I'm always open to suggestions. I am still learning every day. So hopefully this is helpful. Again, if you have any questions, just let me know. Thanks.